What's up, Buttercups? Hope you guys are having an amazingly golden day with cherries on top. If this is your first time watching, my name is Elvis. This is the Golden Drive. This is a 1970, originally was a 1976 Porsche 911, but it has been backdated to a 1973. And we're gonna explain that. Our car is gonna do all the explaining as to what exactly this car is and give you more details when we say what backdate means. But before that, let's just roll the intro and then we're gonna dive into this. I'm so excited. Tell us what exactly is this car that we're looking at, because it's very interesting.
The car started as a 1976 912. We basically have always wanted to do a backdate project. Mm-hmm. We had the 1976 912. The chassis was immaculate, no rust, never been in an accident, super clean chassis. So I thought that would be a good basis to start the build. Basically, we wanted to, everybody at the time was doing, like the RS, 73 RS versions, with the wide body, all that. I wanted to do a narrow body backdate. Hence, the 911S was kind of what we were trying to achieve. But I also wanted to build something that was, although looked really classic, I wanted to be a bit of a sleeper as well. I wanted it had to handle really well. It had to have great brakes and enough horsepower. And I wanted it to be reliable. You could drive this thing to work every day if you wanted, no problem. Take your kids for a ride, then go on a an autocross event or a track event one day. You can do that, no problem.
First of all, I would like to say this car, as usual, it looks amazing it's a classic 911, so of course it's gonna look amazing. But there's just something about its presence that just stands out so much. And so the first thing I noticed that is different, and you're gonna dive into the whole thing, but the first thing I noticed is these wheels. So you were telling me off camera, they're not Steelies, they look like Steelies.
No, so I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to do this because it gives it a little bit of an outlaw look. I love the look of the Steelies, but we found a company in England, and a big shout out to the guys at Group 4 Wheels. They make these out of aluminum. Wow. So they're 15 inch. They're amazing. I worked with the owner. He helped me with the offsets, and they weigh about 15 pounds a piece. Yeah, that was. So I just wanted to do something different. I didn't really want to put 15
pounds a piece.
Pounds. Yeah, about.
That is pretty awesome.
I might be a couple pounds off, but it's about 15 pounds each.
That's really that is aluminum, so you would expect it to.
Yeah.
But also, that is amazing. It just makes the whole car kind of look like a beach cruiser. I don't know. Or like something you would take on like a rally. I don't know. It just looks so cool.
Or go on vacation with, put your suitcase up there.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It looks so, why did you add this? What gave you the idea for this?
So, there's a bit of a story behind this. So what we did with the car is there was a sunroof. We actually took the sunroof out. So when we took the sunroof out, there was the shop that basically helped me with the build, all the body work and everything. They took the sunroof out, but in order to seal this, they spot welded, and then they used a new product on the market that filled the gaps. Now, over time, what's happened is that concrete product, that glue, has lifted a bit. And you can't see it in camera. It bugs the crap out of me.
Yeah.
So
microscope.
I don't want to refinish the roof because that would entail taking all the windows, front and rear windshield out.
It's a big job.
It's a big job. Repainting, and then are you going to get the same color match and all that? So I thought, you know what?
put
I hate
that
to say
there.
it. I'm not trying to hide it, but I am hiding it.
But it still looks amazing. I think that sets off the look, even though you just gave the reason for it, but it gives it its own really cool look that I think it works
yeah.
so well. And
It kind of does work.
yeah, and like all the railings and all of that tie in with the chrome on the car, it looks great. And like from the front here, just show me what you guys did that makes it different, or that you guys changed.
So
Just go from the front to the rear.
So it is a big undertaking to backdate a car. So there's two ways to do it. One, you basically cut out the nose of, not the nose, but the inside the trunk area. You got to cut that piece out.
Okay.
And you have to move it forward because it's a long hood. The hood's longer than the 74 and above cars.
Interesting.
With the impact bumpers.
Yeah.
Now you can bypass that by putting a fiberglass hood where the latch is way back here.
Okay.
We didn't do that.
You went the hard way.
We went the hard way.
Oh my gosh.
We actually cut it out because I wanted to use steel fenders, steel hood, steel bumpers, front and rear. So basically, steel hood,
Okay.
steel fenders, steel bumper.
So there's no fiberglass anywhere on this car.
There's no fiberglass.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was quite a job, but it works.
And my favorite thing about the front end in fact, this whole car in general, there is the only car where those bumpers, the accordion bumpers, worked so far for me have been the Porsche 930.
The turbo, yeah.
Yes, which I just reviewed like a week ago. But this, oh my gosh, it looks so clean. In the 70s, they weren't concerned about safety as much. They didn't care.
Impact.
No. So it would not be the best to get in a wreck in this, but it looks so nice. It, like, everything about it, just the way the curves, the edges, oh my gosh, that looks awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, we wanted to keep it classic, and but that's the front end of the car.
It looks so good. Yeah.
The doors are original. Obviously, the roof is original. Rear quarters are original. And then the back end, obviously, we changed the bumper.
Again looks amazing.
Yeah, we changed the bumper. The rear hatch is original.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a steel rear bumper as well.
Wow.
All the lights, like everything on the car is either brand new or refurbished or remade. Everything is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, all the lights are brand new. A lot of the trim is brand new. A lot of the trim around the windows and everything, that was in such good shape that we
left
kept
it original?
Yeah, it's
oh,
original.
shoot. Okay.
And it's in such good shape, there's no reason for us to change that.
And while we're back here, engine. So he was telling me about this engine earlier, and it's amazing. It's awesome. So show it to us. Show us the goods. If you look from the bottom of this car, it looks like you could literally eat dinner from the under. It looks brand new. Like the whole car underneath, everywhere just looks so new, and it looks amazing.
Because it is.
Yeah, it's awesome. So tell us about what was done to this.
Yeah, so originally the car came obviously with a 4-cylinder Volkswagen motor.
Yeah.
So we found a 1970, a 911 engine from a 75, a 2.7 liter motor.
Okay.
From a 75.
Yep.
That had recently been rebuilt, new pistons, new cylinders. So we bought that motor from the US, brought it in, took it apart because that's who we are.
We can't leave things alone. Yeah.
So we took the whole engine apart. We split the case. We got the case halves. Magnesium case halves. We fixed the problems with the magnesium case halves. We basically did a top end rebuild on it.
That's cool.
Resealed the whole motor. We threw in SC cams, so it's a little lumpier, but I retained all the fuel injection and all that because I wanted it to be like turnkey,
easier to
reliable,
drive,
easy.
Yeah, because in 1973 they didn't come with fuel injection.
They did mechanical fuel injection.
Oh, mechanical. Oh, okay.
But we could have gone to PMOs, to a carburetor situation, but we decided to keep the fuel injection just for ease of maintenance and ease of drivability. You can get in this car hot temperature, like You know,
and it
it's
starts
hot outside, it's
immediately.
cold outside. It doesn't really matter. The car's going to start and run.
That's
No
pretty
problem.
awesome. And how much power is this making?
We
You haven't dynoed it yet.
No, we haven't
but
dynoed it, but we figure, you know, with the SSIs,
the cams, all
the
of that
cams,
stuff.
the dance muffler, we're probably making around, you know, 200, early 200s horsepower.
That's pretty awesome.
It's not bad.
And it's, especially when you think about the weight of this thing.
Yeah.
So I was doing some Googling, or he was doing some Googling earlier, and it was like the weight of this thing weighs about 2,500 pounds. That is really light. And and with 200 horsepower, it's going, the power to weight ratio.
Yeah, it's good.
It's pretty good.
Enough.
Yeah,
it's enough.
it's pretty good. So I don't think in this car in particular, with the style and all of this, everything that this car has going for it, I don't think you need more power to have fun than that.
No,
You can,
but
you can, but
you can. But you
Yeah.
can. It is
Yeah, it's
really easy,
easily
to
tunable.
Well, it's easy to take the fuel injection off
Mhm.
and switch it to carburetor.
The carb setup.
You
yeah.
can do that. Yeah, that's easy.
Sweet.
Well, not easy, but
Yeah.
it can be
It's
done.
doable.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we found a 915 transmission,
Mhm.
rebuilt that, and then put that in as well.
Oh, wow.
To match the 2.7. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all of that, that's why it looks new. We found basically, yeah, everything is
Pretty much
you can
brand
look
new.
at all the lines, everything. Is new.
Everything is new. It is insane. It is awesome. And so with that said, anything else? I noticed it has one mirror on this side.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah, the car,
how it came. Yeah.
it
Because
came with
some
one mirror,
cars-
not this mirror, but it came with one mirror.
Yeah. So it's cool that you guys just left it that way.
We left it as one
I
mirror.
think
but
that's
we
awesome.
put the old mirror on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, everything. So that's engine, that's transmission. So we also, these cars never came with an oil cooler, so
Okay.
oil lines never ran.
Okay.
So we added the oil lines to the front.
Mm-hmm. And you did
with-
suspension too as well.
And then yeah, so we got cooling going to the front, and then we concentrated on suspension and brakes. So suspension we did my vision was to make sure the car handles really well. So if the guy it's not a track car, but if you wanted to take it to the track one day and just have some fun, or to an autocross event or something, you can.
So
no
cool.
problem. So we concentrated on making sure the suspension was set up and that you could actually go to the track with it. We did Bilstein HDs, front and rear. We changed the torsion beams, put new ones in, stiffer ones in, and then we added adjustable Tarot Racing sway bars, front
So
and
cool.
rear.
And
So it handles, you drove it, or you're gonna drive
I'm
it.
gonna drive it. Yeah, I have technically driven it, but I will tell you, but for the video, I haven't driven it yet. So you'll see the driving part at the end of this video, or not at the end, but whenever we're done talking about the car, the exterior, the interior, then we'll go through the driving part, and this car drives amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spoil it yet. But I have a question. What is
Sure.
that thing underneath?
So these things are, the old cars, you put the jack.
That's what I
where the
thought
jack
it was.
goes. Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So the jack goes inside there, and you
God,
lift the
that's
car
cool.
from here, and it lifts the whole side of the car.
That's so much easier than actually just going underneath and looking for jack points and all of that stuff. It's
Yeah.
very convenient.
Sorry, there's some dirt in there.
Nah, it's fine. It looks great anyway. So with that said, let us dive into the interior.
Sure.
Because it is so clean. You can go from the other
I'll
side
go on
too.
the other side, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at this.
So same thing on the interior. We wanted to backdate the interior,
Mm-hmm.
and then we also wanted to keep it really clean. So
Yeah.
we added the old school sports seats in here.
Mm-hmm.
We redid everything. So new headliner, new carpet set, new RS door cards.
The door cards look pretty awesome.
We redid all the gauges, backdated all the gauges. We're not finished here, but we're like 95% done. We just got a little bit more, so sorry. There's a few more things that we're going to be doing.
It still, I don't see what, it looks awesome. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it has to be perfect.
Yeah, to me, it looks pretty awesome. Like,
So these are
what
gonna-
else do you have to do?
These are all going to be aluminum gauges, so we're putting aluminum gauges, and then we got to refinish. We got to finish the the instrument surround.
Cluster, okay.
Yeah, the cluster surround. So that has to be finished. A few of the switches and stuff are getting changed, and then it's basically done. I've got nothing else to do.
Wow. It is,
and it'll be a sad day.
It's really nice in here.
Yeah.
And it's very different from older 911s because older, like, I mean, it's still older. Sorry, not older. The newer stuff, like the 80s and all of that, this is a different layout, almost completely. The interiors are very different. It's still similar, the gauges look similar, but for the most part, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I like how open everything feels. Like, it just feels like there's a lot of room. There's a lot of places to move your legs. Even though this is, it's not that big of an interior in general.
No.
But also, I just like how thin it's really strong and structural, but it's just, you have so much visibility. Maybe because of how, like, the color of the interior and all of that, but there's so much visibility in the interior. You have these thin pillars, it's just, you can see all around you. It almost looks like a fishbowl, but in a good way. That's
one of the big selling features of 911s, even till today. If you look at, like, the supercars of today, and you look at a 911 today, it's one of the cars that I always say, you know, if you're in heavy traffic and it's raining and it's nighttime, you're okay, like, driving a 911 Turbo S because you can see all around. You don't want to be sitting in a Lamborghini or a Ferrari.
No, you cannot
they're
see
great
anything.
cars, but you can't use them. So yeah, these things are famous for that.
This
they're
looks
greenhouse.
pretty awesome. And I also noticed that, does this have the rear seats?
Yeah.
Okay, they're just down.
Yeah, they're just down.
Okay.
But yeah, we kept the rear seats in this car.
Yeah, but again, they're pretty small.
The only thing we removed was the radio. But you can easily add door speakers and a Bluetooth system that you don't even need to put here, and you'll be able to play your music.
Yeah, but, like, you don't need. I sound very, very like, I don't know, but it's a lot of people say you don't need music when you have that engine behind you and all the glorious sound. It sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And so, anything else before we take this on a drive? Ooh, I don't think you talked about this, but the door pulls.
So these are RS door cards?
Yeah, RS door cards. Okay, so it comes as a,
yeah,
with the pulls and everything.
Yeah.
That looks pretty awesome. I love the door pulls. Yeah. I'll reshoot this again. So one thing I really like is, let's just focus on your door handle, but is the door pulls. They look so cool.
Yeah, so we just added these RS door cards.
Okay, and it comes with the window, wind up windows and everything. Okay, that looks pretty awesome. So with that said, let us go on a drive. Oh, this car is amazing to drive. Spoiler alert. Feels good. Yeah, the more you drive it, you're so right, the smoother it is. Oh, the steering is just, oh yeah, that's even the most minute changes, you can feel it immediately.
Yeah.
Like, you can just see the car just start. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Well, the first thing that I notice about this car is it feels light. Like, it just feels like a paperweight, like, even
yeah, I mean, it's a 1976 911 chassis, which is really lightweight to begin with, right? So there's really, these cars didn't weigh a hell of a lot out of the factory.
The brakes feel very you have to, like, get on them.
Yeah,
like,
same
they
thing,
bite hard, though. Yeah,
they will, they'll bite really hard. So the brakes on this is from a 911 SC. So they're bigger brakes even than the car actually came with.
Oh wow, okay.
So everything's been changed. A lot of the suspension stuff had to be, like, fabricated. We had to modify the car to accept the sway bars and all that, because the car never came with, the bigger sway bars and everything. It never came with a front sway bar, so we had to put a front sway bar in. Everything's been upgraded.
Oh, okay.
Right? Is it hard to do? Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to do, and it's
a lot of labor, it's a lot of time
time and money. Yeah, so curb weight on a 76
I'm gonna
9.
guess 2,500 pounds or 2,600
Yeah,
pounds.
it's 2,500 pounds. Basically
That's
1,100 kilos.
That is so light.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That it explains why it feels light. Like you could feel it once you get in. I mean, also this was the 70s, so there's not much like
There's no safety.
No.
No.
Look at how thin the 8 pillars are and like all of that stuff.
But the chassis is
It's solid,
It is
yeah.
strong, right? For
Yeah,
1976, it was actually a strong chassis.
Yeah.
Yeah, another thing that makes it feel really light is how we set up the suspension and the alignment,
Oh, okay.
right? So how you set up the suspension and the alignment also makes it feel really light because the steering, wants to change direction
Yeah.
in your hands. It's effortless to change direction.
This feels good. This feels so good. Like,
Feels like a go-kart.
yeah, I'm so surprised at how light it is. And the steering doesn't feel heavy at all. Like, I wouldn't have it's because it's not power steering, right?
No.
It's manual, yeah. So, yeah, it feels great. Oh my gosh.
We wanted to fool lots of people. Not everyone, though.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think most people will look at this and do a double take and kind of have to really check it out in order to figure out is this really an old 911 or like a lot of guys.
So like, do people like notice, like a lot of the purists, do they notice right away or like does it take time?
The guys that really know the old cars will know something's off. And that's just because of the wheelbase is longer.
Oh, it is longer.
It is
I
a bit longer,
did not know
yeah.
that. This is awesome. I just love how everything is so much simpler. It's
an analog car.
I love this. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for letting me review this car. It was awesome.
No problem.
If you're interested in this car, check out Core at corecars.com. I always make that mistake. Just Google Core Motor Cars.
Yeah.
www.corecars.com if you're interested in this car. And yeah.
Well, it's not on the website.
Okay, not yet.
Not yet.
You can contact him.
But yeah.
So if you're interested, just do that. Yeah. Okay. Bye.